Hey gang, it's the RazMansReality. Today we got the NFL playoffs. We got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Tennessee Titans at 4:30 on CBS. I like the Titans in this game. Granted, Flacco and his crew were phenomenal last week, but I like the Titans because they have a lot of momentum carrying them from the regular season, and I think their dual threat at running back of smash and dash, Lendell White being smash and Chris Johnson being dash, will be enough to catapult the Titans over the Ravens in this game. Plus, I think that the Ravens defense just isn't as strong as the Titans defense, especially if Albert Hainsworth and Kyle Vanden Bosch both are able to come back and play for Tennessee today. I think that will make a huge difference. And then at the later game, Cardinals versus Panthers. I like the Panthers in this one because the Panthers would have had home field advantage in the NFC, had it not been for a very late and very great battle with the New York Giants. They just have a ton of momentum carrying over from their regular season. They also have a two running back system going there that I think is going to be too much for the Cardinals to overcome, in particular with the health of Anquan Bolden. If he plays, he's not going to be anywhere near 100%. I don't think they have a snowball's chance to pull out the victory in this one. So again, my predictions for today are Titans and Panthers. Last night, Friday Night Smackdown, not the greatest Smackdown, very lackluster and very, very predictable. You had Triple H in Triple Jeopardy. He got the victory in the first match, which is a tables match against John Morrison. Afterwards, Chavo Guerrero comes down, puts the game through a table. Next up, you had The Miz teaming up for one night only with Chavo Guerrero, obviously since John Morrison was already in action earlier that night. Chavo Guerrero walks out on The Miz. Triple H gets the victory there. And in the final match, it was the last man standing match against the Big Show. No real surprise that Big Show goes over because of everything Triple H had already been through earlier in the night. You had another segment. This time it was the MVP Lounge between MVP and Mr. Kennedy. Kennedy talked about how he was simply trying to build up MVP's confidence in himself all these weeks. I see that working. I see MVP becoming a face. As this angle concludes, will he and Kennedy actually be a tag team? I don't know. Only time will tell on that one. And the big story, quote unquote, last night was the hit and run with Jeff Hardy and his girlfriend. I see this storyline culminating with Christian Cage being the one A to run over Hardy and his girlfriend, and B be the one that took Hardy out of Survivor Series, as Cage, as we know, is on his way back to WWE. And also last night you had Michelle McCool go nuts on another diva. This time it was Victoria. And you also had Carlito and Primo retaining the WWE Tag Team titles over London and Kendrick and Ezekiel Jackson. Old habits die hard. I almost said Kendrick and London there. Today's Blu-ray review is of The Incredible Hulk. This was not a remake of Ang Lee's Hulk from 2004, but rather a revision of the franchise. Good bonus features in this one, including some look at the comics and a talk about why they decided to revisit and redo the franchise. Edward Norton, I think, really captures the Hulk. There was even the total geek moment in this film of Hulk smash. So I highly recommend this one. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. With that, this is reality according to the Razman and Razman style. It's not just a catchphrase, but a way of life.